What do you do when it feels like the light has gone out, where everything you hoped for is buried and all that's left is the silence and pain? If you've ever walked through a season where your soul cried out, "God, why?" then you understand Friday. The cross, the darkness, the silence, the moment where it all looks lost. But hear me, Friday may be the darkest day. It's not the final word. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will see that what looked like defeat was actually the birthing place of your victory. Welcome. If you're new here, take a second, introduce yourself in the comment section. We always want to get to know those who are in our community every single week. Today is about transformation. Today, we pause and look at Friday, the cross. It's the day Jesus surrendered everything: his body, his will, his breath. And yet, through that surrender, he unlocked something the world had never seen before: redemption, resurrection. If you're walking through a Friday season in your life, then this message is for you. Let's lean in together. Now let's be real. Have you ever been in a place so dark, so silent, that you thought that God had left you? Drop a yes in the comments if you ever have been there. That's what Friday looked like. The sky turned black, the earth trembled, and people mocked at him, and Jesus hung there in silence. This is what it looks like when the promise hasn't come to pass yet, when prayers seem unanswered, when death seems to have won. But here's the shift I want you to see. Even when it looked like God was absent, he was most active. The cross was not chaos. The cross was a divine strategy. And in your darkest of moments, God is still working, often in ways we cannot even see. Now let me ask you this. What are you being asked to surrender today? Is it control? Is it fear, shame, or a past hurt? Take a moment and breathe that question in. What is God inviting you to place at the cross today? Jesus didn't just suffer, he surrendered. He said in Luke chapter 23 verse 46, "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." Listen, he could have called angels. He could have stopped the pain, but he chose to surrender. Not because he was weak, but because he was incredibly strong. And the same strength lives inside of you right now. What if the transformation you long for, freedom, peace, healing, what if it doesn't come from fighting harder, but from letting go? Take a deep breath right now. Inhale. And as you exhale, say this with me out loud. I surrender, I trust, I release. Again, I surrender, I trust, I release. Say it again, this time from your soul. I surrender, I trust, I release. Your surrender is not the end. It is the beginning of something beautiful. Now, on the surface, the cross looked like a failure, but in heaven's eyes, it was a turning point of history. The cross is not just a symbol, it is your invitation, an invitation to trade your shame for grace, your guilt for forgiveness, your brokenness for wholeness, your death for life. Let that truth sink in. Refuse the lies of the enemy. You are not too far gone. You are not forgotten, and you are not finished. In the comments, write this to declare it over your life. My darkest day is not the end of my story. Type that in the comments. My darkest day is not the end of my story. Because of the cross, every Friday has a Sunday coming. Let's take this deeper together. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself at the foot of the cross. You see Jesus, beaten, bloodied, but full of love. And he looks at you, yes, you, and says, "It is finished." That addiction is finished. That fear is finished. That pain you keep carrying, finished. Not because you fixed it, but because he paid for it. Now let's take the next 30 seconds of silence and just receive that truth in your heart today. Remember, your darkest moment does not define you. The cross does. And the cross says, you are loved, you are chosen, you are seen, and your story is far from over. Guess what? Friday is the setup. Sunday is the breakthrough. But don't skip Friday, because it's in the death of what was that God prepares the soil for what is to come. If this content resonated with you, share this video with someone who needs to be reminded that God still resurrects, that darkness doesn't win, and that surrender leads to supernatural victory. And here's your call to action today. In the comments, answer this question. What is one thing you're surrendering to God today? If you're ready for more healing, hope, and heart work, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button, because this weekend we will continue with Saturday the Silence, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Till we see again, it is goodbye and God bless.